Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make the Asian Grill Pork Patty. This Asian pork patty can be served with rice or you can have it in the sub sandwich. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make this delicious Asian Grill Pork Patty for you and your family at home. If you are new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button for more delicious homemade recipes. Okay, let's get started. You will need some ingredients that you can easily find from any Asian grocery store or any supermarket. You will need some lean ground pork, some fish sauce, some oyster sauce, some garlic powder, some cornstarch, baking soda, some sugar, some lemongrass, some garlic, and some green onions. Now we're going to cut up some green onions. These green onions are the leftover from the last time you make the daikon soup. These green onions are from my backyard. I have no idea why I need to tell you that, but I told you anyways. So you're going to need about 5 stalks of green onions. You can cut them up and after put them on a plate for now. And here are the garlics that I already peel off the skin. You're going to need about 6 cloves of garlic. You're going to shred them or you're going to finely chop them. If you don't have the mini shredder, you can finely chop the garlics. And after you finely chop them or shred them, you're going to put them straight into the ground pork. You can also put the green onion straight to here as well, but I'm going to show you step by step later with all the ingredients. That is why I didn't put it yet. Half cup and 2 tablespoons of water or 150 milliliters. 1.5 tablespoons of fish sauce. 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, or you can also use tapioca starch, 50 grams. 1.5 teaspoons of salted garlic powder. 1 teaspoon of baking soda or 4 grams. 2 tablespoons of sugar or 40 grams. 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce or 50 grams. You know what I just realized? I forgot to show you that I add 1 teaspoon of ground pepper. This is so funny. Anyway, lucky that I caught it, my mistake. So make sure to add 1 teaspoon of ground pepper, and I will leave the full recipes in the description box below. 3 teaspoons of lemongrass, finely chopped. Like I mentioned, you could also add the green onion straight to the meat, or you can add it into the liquid. I just want to show you, that's why I'm showing it this way. It is about 5 stalks of green onions or about 6 tablespoons of green onions. But again, you can always put more or less, that is up to you. Stir and mix well and combine all the ingredients together. And after, you want to make sure that the cornstarch is dissolved in the liquid. Once you stir and mix well and dissolve the cornstarch, now you're going to add the whole liquid into the ground pork. This is exactly 3 pounds of lean ground pork that I'm using. At this point, you may be thinking that it is too much liquid, but don't worry, the liquid will absorb to the meat and everything will combine together nicely because of the cornstarch. I'm wearing gloves, but you can choose to wear gloves or not wear gloves, that is up to you. You're going to use your hand to combine all the ingredients together. If you were to use something else to combine all the ingredients together, it will take longer time to combine all the ingredients together. As you are squeezing and combine all the ingredients together, soon you will notice that there is not much liquid that is in the bowl. I squeeze and combine the ingredients for about 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, the ground pork should look like this. And now that we got the ground pork combined nicely, next we're going to shape them and make them into a patty. You will need some cooking oil to put on your palm so the meat will not become too sticky to your hand. This much of ground pork patty, you may think that is too much, but don't worry, you can always freeze half of it and only cook half. So this way, you're only going to be tired one time. You're going to grab about 2 tablespoons of ground pork and put it in your palm and make it into a patty, just like I do. You can also make it smaller too, about 1 tablespoon, but I choose to make it bigger size because this way it's easier when you have to cut them, and the meat, when they cook, they not become too dried. And if you want your pork patty to be very similar size, you can measure it by tablespoons, so you can put 2 full tablespoons in your palm, and after you can start to shape them into the pork patty. It is homemade, so it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the one I'm making. And here is 1 full tablespoon of pork patty. I'm only going to show you one because the rest I'm going to make it bigger. The reason that I like to make it bigger because one thing, it's not going to be dried after you cook them, and another thing, it is faster too. You don't have to spend so much time just to make them into the small patty. In this video, I'm going to cook only about half of the pork patty, and the rest I'm going to freeze them. And next, I will show you how you can freeze the other half. You will need a big container, and after you're going to need a saran wrap that you can put in the bottom of the container. The reason that I'm doing it this way because when you freeze the meat and after it may stuck to the container, it would be harder to take them out, but if you do this way, it will be easier when it is time for you to take the meat out of the container. I already pre-made some of them, so you're going to put in the container just like I do. And after, to make sure that they don't get stuck together, you're going to put another layers of saran wrap on the top. And you can continue to make more patty and then lay them on top, so this way they don't stuck to each other. You can finish making all of them, and after you're going to cover it and you can freeze it up to 2 months. And obviously you're not going to freeze that long. Most likely you're going to end up eating in the next couple weeks. And toward the end of this video, I will show you after 5 days that I freeze it, how easy it is to take it out of the container and cook it. And with this patty that we're going to cook, first we're going to freeze it first for half an hour, so this way the meat will get firm up when we cook them so they don't break while we are cooking them. On that day, I was making this pork patty, and at the same time, after I put these in the freezer, I was working on making the Cambodian coleslaw or the cabbage salad. In this video, I'm not going to show you how to make the Cambodian coleslaw or the cabbage salad. If I was to combine the 2 video recipes together, the video would be super long. That is why I make them into 2 separate videos, so you can check it out. In the other video, it would be the one previous to this. I will also leave the link in the description box so you can check it out. And here is our pork patty after half an hour, or after I finished making the salad. I think it was about half an hour. You only want to freeze it for half an hour, so this way The pork patty will be firmer when you cook them. You're going to turn on the stove, but you're going to turn it to medium heat. We're going to cook it on medium heat all the way through. I'm using a regular stove to grill the pork patty, but you can also put them in the oven, or you could barbecue them, or you could even put them in the air fryer. When you put them into this grill pan, you don't need to put any oil, but if you wish to put, you can also put some. That is okay too. To fully cook the pork patty, it will take about 20 minutes to 25 minutes to fully cook this size of pork patty. It is going to be pretty tricky because after you flip them, the size of the pork patty may not be cooked. So you have to turn them around. You also have to turn it sideways. I will show you in a bit what I mean. So here is after about 15 minutes, the pork patty is more cooked, but the size of the pork patty is not that cooked, so you want to make sure you want to turn it to that side and cook that side as well. And just like I said, it will take you about 20 minutes to 25 minutes to fully cook this size of pork patty. It looked like I'm constantly turning, but it doesn't look like that. You can turn it to one side and you can wait and come back after it brown up and then turn the other side. But it does need some time for you to pay attention to, but it would be good. You will like it. And here is about after 22 minutes, the pork patty looked like this. It looks so juicy and yummy. You can turn off the heat and choose to leave the pork patty in there, or you can scoop it and put them into the plate. I also use my Ninja air fryer to cook this pork patty. I will show you in a bit. Here is my Ninja air fryer, so I'm going to put 4 pieces of pork patty in there. It is really fast to cook it in the air fryer because you don't need to watch it. You just need to set the time and then forget about it, and then it will do its work. It is preset on 390 degrees Fahrenheit, so I set the timer for 8 minutes and put it on air fryer. After 8 minutes, it looked like this. It's not quite cooked. It's not fully brown up yet, so I'm going to cook it for another 8 minutes. After we turn on the air fryer for 8 more minutes, the pork patty should be finished and fully cooked. Both ways have its pro and con to its method. When we are grilling the pork patty, it is taking longer to cook it, but at the same time, the end result, the pork patty tastes better because it is more juicy, not as dried. With the air fryer, when you use it to cook the pork patty, it is faster, and it also do not require you to watch it. You just set it and forget it. If you use the air fryer to cook the pork patty, the finished product of the pork patty seem to look wrinkled when you let it cool down. They look deflated. They don't look as good comparing to the one we grill, but the taste tastes good the same way. So you can cook this pork patty either way. If you have a lot of time to grill it, you can do so, but if you don't have a lot of time, you can switch to the air fryer, which can speed up the process to cook your pork patty. A lot of times I cook my pork patty in the air fryer, but because I want to show you there is a different method, or the alternative method that you can cook your pork patty, that is why I show you in a different way also. After you put the butter on the bread, you can put the pork patty, the one that you already sliced. It may take longer to cook the bigger pork patty, but the finished product tastes so much better compared to the small one. After you put the pork patty in the sub, you can put the Cambodian coleslaw, and after that you can put some hot sauce and soy sauce if you like. And before we end this video, I would like to show you this pork patty that we freeze it. So this is 5 days later. I want to show you that it is so easy to take it out of the container and they don't stuck together. When you pull the plastic wrap up, the meat patty do not stuck to the container or the plastic wrap. And this method, it works so well. You can make so many pork patty and you can store it in the freezer, and whenever you like to cook only a few of them, you can take a few of them to cook it and store the rest. And with this method, it is so useful that you can freeze even hamburger meat in the same way, and after you can take them out, break them apart, and after you can cook them one by one or a few at a time. And just like I mentioned from beginning of the video, you can freeze the rest, and this one 5 days later, and we end up cooking and making the rest of it, so we didn't even save it for 2 months. I'm cooking this pork patty in the air fryer, and I will show you how easy it is to cook it. After you take them out from the freezer, you can put them straight into the air fryer. Since it is frozen, so we are going to set the time longer. We're going to set the timer 2 times. The first time we're going to select air fryer, and we're going to set the timer for 12 minutes. And after 12 minutes, the pork patty should look like this. You can flip them to cook the other side of the pork patty. And after you flip them, you're going to set the timer on air fryer again for 10 more minutes. And after the last 10 minutes, your pork patty should be fully cooked and nicely browned, just like this one. And that is it. If you were to cook it in the air fryer, it's so much faster and do not need you to watch it or flip it too often. Okay, that is all to it. Either you choose to grill your pork patty, or you use to barbecue your pork patty, or even put them into the air fryer. I guarantee you the texture and the taste of this pork patty will taste delicious either way. And here is the Cambodian coleslaw after 5 days later, only have that much left. So I decided to cook the rest of the pork patty and finish off the Cambodian coleslaw. This time we're going to use the pork patty to make the burger. I hope I use the term right, like burger. Is it burger only for beef? I'm not too sure. If I use the wrong term, please don't mind me. Can you leave the right terminology in the comment box so that way I know what the right term to use next time? Thank you. We're going to make the pork patty burger. I hope I say this term right again. It always tastes good with the Cambodian coleslaw and a little bit of hot sauce. And here is some fresh salad from the backyard. This one is not from my backyard. This one is from a family friend who have gave to our parents, and our parent gave some to us. Okay, that is all to it on how you can make this Asian Grill Pork Patty at home for you and your families. If you like this video and you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share with your family and friends. And if you are new here, don't forget to press the subscribe button for more delicious homemade recipes. And also, don't forget to press the notification bell so you get notified for all my future videos. Okay, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye for now.